At 80, Eric Clapton speaks with the calm reflection of a man who has lived through triumph, heartbreak, and redemption, and when he talks about George Harrison, his voice carries both affection and quiet regret. Their friendship began in the late 1960s, built on music, curiosity, and a shared love of the guitar. Clapton admired Harrison's gentle spirituality and melodic touch, while Harrison respected Clapton's raw blues intensity. They spent long evenings playing together, experimenting with sounds, and talking about life far beyond fame. But beneath that brotherly bond, Clapton was wrestling with feelings he could not ignore. He had fallen deeply in love with Pattie Boyd, Harrison's wife, and the emotional conflict weighed heavily on him. Clapton would later admit that he tried to suppress those feelings out of loyalty, yet the more he resisted, the stronger they became, eventually pouring into the music he wrote during that period. Songs filled with longing and desperation reflected a man torn between friendship and love, admiration and guilt. Clapton eventually realized that Harrison likely understood more than he ever said. According to Clapton, George never confronted him with anger, but instead responded with a quiet acceptance that only deepened his respect for him. That grace left a lasting impression. Even after Harrison's marriage ended and Boyd later married Clapton, the friendship between the two musicians somehow endured. They continued to collaborate, share stages, and laugh together, something Clapton has often described as extraordinary given the circumstances. Looking back, he admits that Harrison's ability to forgive shaped his understanding of loyalty and humility. He has said that George never treated their complicated history as a betrayal to be punished, but rather as part of life's unpredictable path, and that generosity of spirit stayed with him forever. In later years, their connection grew quieter but even more meaningful. As Harrison faced illness, Clapton visited him, and their conversations often needed few words. They would sit together, sometimes playing softly, sometimes just sharing silence, the kind that only old friends understand. When Harrison passed away, Clapton felt he had lost more than a collaborator. He had lost a brother. Organizing the tribute concert in his honor became both a farewell and a thank you, a way to celebrate the kindness and calm strength Harrison brought into his life. Now, decades later, Clapton speaks not about rivalry or scandal, but about gratitude. He believes Harrison taught him that music is not about competition, but about connection, and that friendship, even tested by love and loss, can survive if rooted in respect. At 80, Clapton's truth is simple and deeply personal. Despite the complications, the mistakes, and the years between them, George Harrison remained one of the most important people in his life, a gentle presence whose influence never faded and whose memory still echoes every time Clapton picks up a guitar.